Right now, over 3.7 billion people on this planet are carrying herpes. That's roughly half the global population, and most of them have no idea how it got there, or how ancient the story behind it actually is. Because we're not talking about some medieval outbreak or a modern epidemic. We're talking about a chain of events that started over 1 million years ago, with a group of creatures that aren't even human. So the real question is, who actually gave us herpes? And the answer is going to make you look at your own DNA completely differently. Let's go back, way back, to long before cities, before agriculture, before any version of civilization you could recognize. We're talking 1.6 million years ago, somewhere in Africa. At this point, our ancestors look familiar: 2 legs, large brains, hands, but they're sharing this world with other hominin species. Cousins, basically. Different branches on the same evolutionary tree. And one of those branches had something our ancestors did not: a virus. Herpes simplex virus 2. The one that causes genital herpes in modern humans. Scientists traced the genome of HSV2 and found evidence locked inside it. Proof that this virus didn't start in humans at all. It started in chimpanzees. Then it jumped to an unknown hominin species. And then, through contact with that species, it crossed over into us. The identity of that mystery hominin? Still unknown. Gone. Extinct. But the gift they left behind? Very much still here. And here's where it gets even wilder. Because that's just the beginning of this story. Once HSV2 was in the human population, it wasn't going anywhere. But herpes simplex virus 1, the one responsible for cold sores, had been with us even longer. A 2014 study found evidence that HSV1 has been infecting hominins since before humans and chimpanzees even split apart. We're talking 6 to 7 million years ago. 6 to 7 million years of the same virus, adapting, surviving, jumping species, changing hosts. While civilizations rose and collapsed, while languages came and went, while entire continents were reshaped, this virus was right there, quietly doing its thing. And then, somewhere around 50,000 to 100,000 years ago, modern humans started moving. Out of Africa, into new territory, into Neanderthal territory. And that's when things got really bad for the Neanderthals. Here's something most people don't realize. Neanderthals weren't primitive cave dwellers. They made art. They buried their dead. They used tools. They had complex social structures. And in certain ways, they were incredibly capable. But they had one serious problem when Homo sapiens showed up: immunity, or rather a lack of it. Humans arriving from Africa were, in the words of Cambridge researcher Dr. Charlotte Holdcroft, a significant reservoir of tropical diseases. They'd been exposed to these pathogens for generations. Their immune systems had adapted. Their bodies had learned to fight. The Neanderthals? They had no idea what was coming. Researchers at Cambridge and Oxford Brookes analyzed ancient pathogen, genomes, and ancient bone DNA, and the evidence is compelling. Diseases like tuberculosis, stomach ulcers caused by H. pylori, tapeworm, and yes, types of herpes, were almost certainly passed from migrating humans to Neanderthal populations. And because Neanderthals lived in small, isolated groups, there was no herd immunity, no resistance, no buffer. Each small band was vulnerable. Each contact was a potential disaster. And the diseases didn't kill them fast. They didn't have to. They just had to weaken them slowly over generations, making hunting harder, making survival harder, tipping the balance just enough. And we know the rest of that story. Neanderthals went extinct around 40,000 years ago. But don't walk away thinking this was a one-way street. Because the interbreeding that allowed diseases to pass, from humans to Neanderthals, also went the other way. Every person of non-African descent on Earth today carries between 2 and 5% Neanderthal DNA. We got genes from them. Some of those genes helped protect us, specifically from bacterial sepsis and encephalitis. Ancient immune adaptations passed through contact and interbreeding that are still running in your blood right now. So yes, we gave them herpes. They gave us immune defenses. Make of that trade what you will. But here's the part that nobody talks about enough. In 2022, researchers sequenced ancient viral DNA from a Neanderthal known as Chagirskaya D, a male who died roughly 50,000 years ago. And what they found inside? His ancient bones was something no one had ever seen before. He was simultaneously infected with a herpes virus, an adenovirus, and a human papillomavirus, all at once. And the viral sequences were the oldest ever recovered from any human virus. meaning we now have physical molecular proof, not theory, not assumption, that Neanderthals were carrying these viruses tens of thousands of years ago, the same family of viruses that billions of people carry today. And the sequences found in him don't match anything modern, which tells scientists this wasn't contamination. This was the real thing, a window into the actual viral past of our species, and the species we replaced. So what does all of this mean for you and me sitting here in the present? It means that the diseases we consider modern problems have ancient roots that we're only beginning to understand. For a long time, scientists assumed most infectious diseases exploded around 8,000 years ago, when agriculture began, when humans started living close together and alongside livestock. And that was a reasonable theory. But the genetic evidence has now completely shattered it. H. pylori, which causes stomach ulcers, is at least 88,000 years old and probably much older. Herpes goes back millions. Tuberculosis predates agriculture by a staggering margin. These weren't products of civilization. They were passengers on the journey that created it. Which means every assumption we made about the origin of human disease has to be revisited, and the answers are going to keep getting more uncomfortable the deeper researchers dig. Because here's the thing nobody wants to admit. The spread of disease isn't just a chapter in history, books about colonialism or pandemics. It started before we were even fully human. It was baked into the story of our species from the very beginning. Every migration, every interbreeding event, every contact between populations, it all came with a biological cost. Sometimes it was a death sentence. Sometimes it was a genetic upgrade. And sometimes it was just herpes, passed silently across species, across continents, across hundreds of thousands of years, until half the world woke up one day, carrying a virus with roots older than the human race itself. So the next time someone tells you that ancient history has nothing to do with the present, remember this. The virus that crossed from a chimpanzee to an unknown hominin, to early humans, to Neanderthals, and finally spread across every continent with Homo sapiens, it's still here. It survived ice ages, mass extinctions, and the fall of every empire in history. It outlasted the very species that first carried it. That's not just a medical fact. That's one of the strangest, most unsettling stories in the entire history of life on Earth. And somehow it never makes the history books. If this kind of deep history messes with your head, the way it messes with mine, hit subscribe. Drop a comment telling me which part of this shocked you most, because I genuinely want to know. And share this with someone who thinks they know everything about human history. I promise you they don't. Yesterday's secret. The past isn't as clean as you think.